Welcome to the big show. This is Investing with Confidence, sponsored by Online Trading Academy. If you're a first-time listener, thanks for stopping by. I am your host, Joshua David, and we are happy to have you with us today. As always, I do have my great friend, my great pal. Last week, he was in his blue shirt. This week, I'm in the blue shirt. Al, how you doing today?
Well, good. Thank you for that fashion update, Josh. I'm sure everybody appreciated that. How are you doing? I'm doing fantastic.
Good. I'm doing great, too. It's a good thing we do this on YouTube as well, so people can actually see our blue shirts.
You mean people can actually see what we look like?
Once in a while, they like to.
And they keep tuning in.
Yep. Well, it's always great to be back, helping our retire young family make those better investing decisions. So, Al, as we talk about every single week, we talk a lot about financial illiteracy, and we're combating that. We're helping the public, especially us here in Minneapolis and all across the country, with better financial literacy. And here's some of the topics that we're going to cover today. We're going to talk about all assets. When we talk about assets, we're talking about stock, options, futures, and Forex in any market condition. And Al, we had a great week this week, but a lot of people are scratching their head, probably wondering, what the heck is a great week when the market was down? All the indexes were down. And that's some of the things we're going to talk about as well, is how the opportunities in these markets, it really doesn't matter which way the market goes.
Right.
It goes up and it goes down. And it's just determined on how are you going to capitalize on that? How are you going to make better investing decisions in all market conditions? So, Al, today, let's recap what's going on before we hit up how to be more financially literate.
What's going on? I mean, we've had the past year of unbelievable things that have had an impact, some really very short term on the markets. Even the beginning of this year, we thought, starting a brand new year, everything would be smoother and more calm. That's not happening.
That was one of those slaps in the face. 2020 is gone. Well, it's 2021 now. And it's the same thing.
Well, but the election issue's over. We have the assault on the Capitol. Those are unbelievable things that could have, or at one time would have, caused a huge move in the market. That really isn't happening. Things have. It's like the market is becoming desensitized to things. But this last week, the markets were down. The Dow was down almost 1%. The S&P and the NASDAQ were both down 1.5%. And we haven't seen that kind of a week for a while. Those are unusual weeks when we see a down market in all three markets are down. But it's just an opportunity in a different direction. We talk about that all the time. The market is always going to fluctuate. It will never go in one direction in a straight line for any period of time, which means that there are going to always be opportunities. Things go in kind of a stair-step fashion. When something goes up, there's going to be a period of time when it pulls back a bit. And those are all things that can be taken advantage of with the right education. But, I want to start out by mentioning this, Josh, because a lot of people listening are hearing the show introduced as the Investing with Confidence radio show, and they're probably thinking, well, what happened to Retire Young? Well, it's the same show, folks. It's just we changed the name for a couple of reasons. Really, if you are still concerned about retirement, if your goal is to retire young, we'd love to be part of helping you to have the potential to do that. But what we've found is that regardless of whether you're looking at short-term income, in other words, something to help you with your current needs, or you're looking at taking care of your needs in the future when you retire, that the number one goal really should be able to do it with confidence. And what we see when people come into these workshops and classes like you'll be talking about here, one of the more common themes is, I just don't know if I can do this. I don't know if I have the confidence to do it. But the one comment we hear from our students is, you guys have given me the confidence to feel comfortable being able to do that. So that's really why we want to change the name and really emphasize the fact that is the goal of our education, is to give you the confidence you're going to participate in these markets. If you're going to take control of any amount of your assets, do it with confidence, do it with comfort. We don't want to add stress to your life.
You're exactly right. I mean, you've just brought up a couple of those 3 C's that we talk about every single week. Having more confidence in your investing decisions brings more comfort getting into these financial markets to hopefully make better choices. And that's what it all comes down to, is making better choices within your life. And you have to have the proper mindset. And Al's going to talk about this more, extensively in the next couple segments, but how to follow the smart money, follow their footprint. Trade like an institution and not against them. And that's one of the misconceptions of trading and investing, is people think you got to beat the market. Well, here's the newsflash. Nobody's going to beat the market, because it takes millions and billions of dollars to actually move the market. So we want to trade like the smart money. And Al, coming up next, I want you to discuss that smart money, but how it relates to supply and demand, which is how the financial markets move, but also it's how anything moves in everyday life as well. This is Josh and Al, Investing with Confidence.